What's going on? It's me here, Terry. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday night. I'm chilling. However, I was looking at some details earlier about a Trent Ferris stream in which apparently he had to pick up a battery or get a battery replacement on his Samsung phone for streaming, and it appears that this little Brenton, I can't confirm if it is actually Brenton from the Figured Out podcast or if it's an imposter from the Figured Out podcast. But either way, this shit needs to stop. This shit needs to stop. Hello, May. Good to see you, May. The thing is, as I said though, this little Brenton, whoever you are, this little Brenton needs to stop. He has to stop. If it's a he or if it's a she. This little Brenton needs to stop. He needs. Obviously, you doxed him. Why would you dox? He was just walking down to the. Apparently, it was a mall. It was called like the. Apparently, from what I heard, from what was apparently put in chat by this little Brenton, it's called like the Cherryville or like the Marysville Mall. So yes, whoever's doing this shit needs to stop, and we need to come to action to stop little Brenton. Whoever this little Brenton is needs to be put. We have to find a way to stop little Brenton. We need to find a way to stop. We need to find a way to stop little Brenton. So yes, no, but apparently no, Bob. I guess hello, Bob. First time I've ever seen you before. Yeah, but many people have claimed that I am Lil Brenton. I am not Lil Brenton. I understand why people would think that I am Lil Brenton. I'm not Lil Brenton. I'm not Lil Brenton. I'm not Lil Brenton. I'm not Lil Brenton. People claim that I'm Lil Brenton. Who is Brenton? That is correct. Brenton was a who? What? Okay, so who was Brenton? Let's get to the downtown story. The origins of who is Brenton. Brenton was an individual on the Figure Out Stonic 10 lore he lives in the state of Texas. Um he's famous for his website known as VidHubGo. He is a hard right Republican, similar to that of Ben Shapiro. If you don't know who Ben Shapiro is, look him up. So yes, so Ben Shapiro is essentially, well, Brenton is essentially Ben Shapiro, but in this case a lot younger, and not Ben Shapiro, but he still has the same hard red blood in him. I guess we'll say that. So yes, that's the thing. Brenton is famous for his website known as VidHub Go, in which he puts Minecraft videos on, other things like that, and also includes some political points. It's kind of like Rumble. Essentially, what it's owned by him. He has certain sponsors who have donated money to enable the site to grow with financial supporters. But yes, that's Brenton. He was a character on the Figure It Out podcast with me, Sonic, MVR, Lonely Booze Grenade, Gratters, and yeah. So yes, that is yeah. So that was Brenton. But however, someone has come up and now someone has made themselves an imposter of Brenton, calling themselves Little Brenton, with this photograph of Brenton with an American flag when he was in a car. This is unacceptable behavior, whoever you are. So yes, we need to find out who is this Little Brenton. We need to find out who he is. We need to find out. Brenton needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped. Because doxing isn't cool. Apparently this individual Lil Brenton they also doxed Lucy. They doxed Lucy when she was it was like some kind of like gay pride parade or something on a coastal town. Yeah, so apparently this Lil Brenton, he or she looked up the name of the name of the festival she was at and found out, oh, that festival's in, it only happens once a year in that given town. So then they posted the town and the street it was taking place in. I know, dude. Doxing, I agree with you, Mickle. Doxing is super uncool. Doxing is not cool. What are you talking about? As I said, I did not dox Lucy. I'm not Lil-Brenton. However, I saw in the details after seeing what Lil-Brenton, I saw Lil-Brenton's comments in her chat saying the doxing location. But yes, I am not Lil-Brenton. I've said it many times before. I'm not Lil-Brenton. Yes, I'm not Lil-Brenton. Yes. I gotta take this helmet off. This helmet's a little bit heavy. And it's really tight. I made it a little bit too tight on my head. This is by the way, is an actual Kevlar helmet. This thing can actually is designed to take bullets. But either way, I don't really care. Yeah. Where is Negi? That's a good question. I don't know where Negi is. I don't know where Negi is. His account, by the way, for all of you everyone who does not know, Negi, his account has been deleted. He lost his actual account on YouTube has finally been deleted. Negi Springfield no longer has an account on YouTube. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. So yes. My George Floyd. No, I'm not George Floyd. I'm not George Floyd. I can promise you all that. I'm not George Floyd. George Floyd has been resurrected as, just like McMurphy from RoboCop. He has been resurrected as George Droid. But yes, but that's a conversation for another day. Here, as I said, if you are here, Little Brenton, or as some might call you, Tiny Brenton, do not fuck with Trent anymore. He already has a dead. Okay, here's the thing about Trent's situation. His phone's fucked. His phone, he can't charge his phone because he has a fucked up charging port. He had to walk like 30,000 steps today. He had to walk like 6 miles to the mall, and then another 6 miles back, just for them to tell him it's gonna be like $200 to repair a little fucking charging port. Imagine walking 12 miles because your mom won't take you to the mall, and you're 40 years old. I mean, that just sucks, dude. I can relate to that, but I can't because, I have a car, but, whatever. A 12-minute, a 12-mile, 4-hour voyage takes me about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes, 30 minutes tops, including there. Why would you think I hate Trent, D-Bot? I don't hate Trent. Whoever thinks I hate Trent, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy if you think I hate Trent. So yes, I've never hated Trent. Trent however, has developed hate for me because he thinks that I am this individual Little Brenton. I'm not Little Brenton. By the way, people have asked me about my walking capabilities on the Wednesday. By the way, Thursday, Wednesday, earlier this week, on Wednesday, I walked 27,000 steps, about 11 and a half miles. So I walked on Wednesday about 27,000 steps, which totaled to about 11 miles. And then on Thursday, I walked 26,000, which was about 10 and a half miles. So yes, I actually can easily get 10,000 steps in a day. Yeah. People think I can't walk like 2 miles without like dying, needing an EMT or something. Yeah, no, exactly. So yes, people have alleged that I can't walk like, I can't walk 2 miles. I can't walk 5,000 steps. Well, that's crazy. Whoever thought that up. By the way, Trent. What I've heard is that Trent, as I said, he does not walk. He doesn't intentionally, walk. Like today, he walked what, like 4 hours just to go to get his fucking phone checked for like a $150 repair. He didn't do that by foot because he had to, like, to get exercise. Well, he did that because he had to, not because he wanted to get exercise, because he had to, because his mom wouldn't give him a ride. His dad couldn't give him a ride either. So just for people, when you see him walking all around, it's not because he wants to, like, get exercise. It's because he can't drive a car. I'm just pointing it out there. I don't have any hate for Trent, but don't let him fool you when he says he's doing it for exercise. He's not doing it for exercise. It's because he can't drive a car. Let that be known. So yes, fuck you, Lil-Brenton, whoever you are. Fuck you, Lil-Brenton, and fuck you. Like, apparently there's also a Brenton Senior, who I guess must be this Lil-Brenton, possibly Brenton himself. I don't think. By the way, I don't think this Lil-Brenton is actually Brenton. I think it's an imposter of Brenton, trying to meddle in the figure it out universe. He's trying to meddle and create 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 enemies amongst ourselves. He's trying to make us fight against ourselves. This Lil-Brenton is making us look like enemies amongst ourselves. He's trying to pull the strings behind us all. Hotbox is not banned. Hotbox. No one is banned on my channel. May. No one is banned on my channel. May. Nope. No one's banned on my channel. No one's banned on my channel. Whoever this Brenton is, they need to stop. But apparently, however, Trent has banned me he has permanently banned me in his live chat because he thinks, for some reason, Trent thinks that I am this. He thinks that I am this individual, Lil-Brenton. I've told him many times that I am not Lil-Brenton. But for some reason, he now thinks that I am. He thinks beyond a doubt that I am Lil-Brenton. I am not Lil-Brenton. So the question is, who is Lil-Brenton? We might never know who is Lil-Brenton. Lil-Brenton might even be Trent. Trent might be Lil-Brenton. He might have like a second phone where he's texting on that phone, looking off screen with his iPad. He does a lot of streaming on his iPad. He might have a second phone where he's on the Lil-Brenton account to make me look like him. Big Brenton, maybe. Yes, we need to find out who is Lil-Brenton. This is going to require all of our help to find out who is this Lil-Brenton. We need to unite as one to find out who is Lil-Brenton. How intelligent is he? Or she? He might not even have a penis. He might have a vagina. It might be a woman. It might be a she. No, it might not even be a he. It might be a she. So yes, Lil-Brenton. This Lil-Brenton could possibly be a woman. We don't know. We don't know anything yet. We don't know. It might be a trans. It could. Yes, this individual, Lil-Brenton, could be a trans person. They might be a trans individual. But yes, and the hotbox is not hidden in this chat. Hotbox is not hidden in this chat. Hotbox is not banned. Hotbox is not banned. Hotbox is not banned. Now, if Hotbox wants to use an alt and not use his own account in live chat here, then that's perfectly fine. Oh look, hey, look at that. Hotbox is there, right? Look, Hotbox. Hello, Hotbox. How you doing? Possibly a registered sex offender. He might. Well, assuming Hotbox is a he, possibly does have was on some kind of probation which prevents him from showing his face on social media. So yes, possibly yes, on a probation. Probation is possible with Hotbox. Possibly a sex offender status or some kind of criminal conviction which prevents him on probation from using the internet legally. But yes, it's funny. It doesn't make much sense. Either way, this was a check-in. This was a quick little video. So yes, this was a check-in video. There are many people who, by the way, on probation in the United States, who are not allowed to use the internet, at least on social media sites, for sex offender status, for crimes which utilize the internet. So yes, you know, RSO people, they are terrible people, terrible people. All the Jared Fogels out there, terrible. But yeah, as I said, I want to check in with everyone. You know, if you're out there, Lil-Brenton, we're gonna find you. We're gonna find you, Lil-Brenton. We're gonna stop you from harassing Trent. We're gonna stop you from harassing Hotbox. You know, obviously, Lil-Brenton and me, I guess, we have some allegations against Hotbox. You know, maybe not being a sex offender, but possibly being on some kind of probation which prohibits him from legally using the internet and also having some kind of presence on social media websites, including TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube. Yes. So yes, in this case. And we need to stop Lil-Brenton. That's what we have to do. We have to stop Lil-Brenton because he's gaining power. He's getting more powerful. He's getting more powerful and we have to stop him. So yes, we need to stop him. But yeah. But either way, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I didn't get much sleep last night due to the fireworks. I hope everyone has a good rest of their Saturday night / Sunday morning, depending on where you're at, time zone wise. But yeah, peace out, everyone. Everyone, have a good night. Chill out peacefully. Deuces, everyone. Deuces.